All right, we are back again with another edition of the Kitchen Cook-Up series. I am seriously under the weather, but I did not want to just sit around the house all day and not do nothing, so I decided to go ahead and cook up a quick beat for you guys. I will be using my iPad today. So yeah, hopefully this beat comes out dope. If not, I'm pretty sure you guys will let me know in the comments.
Bolo!
All right, so let's talk about the equipment I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be using my 2020 iPad Pro. Had it for about 3.5 years now. I don't really feel a need to upgrade because everything works on it, fine. I don't have any issues. So the 2020 iPad Pro. Also, the iPad is sitting on the XTS stand from Analog Cases. These stands are actually very dope, and these stands are very professional. This is the smaller stand, so if you guys want to get that stand, you can go ahead and click that link to the Analog Cases link in the description and get the stand. Also, I will be using my Trackball mouse. I know some of y'all are not fans of the trackballs like that, but if you guys get used to it, I'm telling you, you're not going to use any other mouse again. I'm telling you. Now for the sound playback, I will be using my Fly Headphone Amplifier. Shout out to Henny the Business for showing me this years ago. I've had this thing for about 4 years now. I think I got it like 2019. Thing is dope, and it gives you a crystal clear sound. I don't know what it does, it just makes everything sound so much better. For real, for real. The headphones I'm using is the Beyerdynamic DT 990. These things are dope. They give you a very accurate sound, and y'all already know how good the Beyerdynamics are. And to hook everything up to the iPad, I have a cheap USB-C hub from Amazon, and I will have everything listed in the video description. So if you guys want to pick it up, you guys can go ahead and pick it up. And also, if you guys need any equipment for your studio, make sure you guys go ahead and click my link in the description and head over to zounds.com. They have a whole bunch of stuff on the site that requires no credit or background check. Now, it's not everything on the site, but it is a whole bunch of stuff on the site that you guys can get with no credit or background check. All you have to do is just go on the site and they'll let you know what items have the no credit or background check. You can order it, they'll ship it to you. You just link a credit or debit card up to the account, and then you just pay it off in monthly installments. It is that easy. So make sure you guys go ahead and click that link in the description and see if you need anything for the studio. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a quick kitchen cook up on the iPad, and this should be very interesting. I'm gonna try to make it quick. I'm not gonna try to take all day doing this, and I'm gonna show you guys my method of how I make my beats on the iPad using Beatmaker 3. Now, you guys know I've talked a lot of smack about Beatmaker 3. They finally gave us an update, but it's a few other things that they can kind of give us. But as of right now, that is my go-to program for producing on the iPad, because I feel it's the closest program so far as comparing it to like regular programs on the computer to really make some really good beats. And their file management is just out of this world, to where you can just drag and drop a lot of samples. And it is so easy to sample inside of Beatmaker 3 because they have one of the best samplers ever. Like not just iOS, but just samplers across the board. Their sampler is top tier rated, and you can do a lot of stuff with the sampler. So without me talking so much, let's go ahead and get to the beat, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do not feel good at all right now, but I gotta make a beat today, and hopefully it comes out dope. Today, we're gonna be doing everything inside of Beatmaker 3, so I'm not gonna be using like a keyboard or nothing. I'm gonna be using everything inside of Beatmaker 3, and hopefully it comes out dope. If it doesn't, y'all let me know in the comments, but it should be okay. But I got a nice little loop in here from Ice Cream Got Beats. Really dope producer, really dope loop maker. And he has this loop right here. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and chop this loop up real quick. So I'm gonna go right here to splice mode, go to auto. I like to do mine in grid sometimes. And then we can just take this down to 1 bar. And then once we have that done, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on live stretch, keep that on high performance. Let me go ahead and use my mouse so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I got the live stretch on right here, put that on high performance. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna go right here and then turn this on to keys. And then I should have this. So that sounds pretty cool. I wanna speed this up. Let's go ahead to like 130. But I'm actually gonna do this high part first, this one right here. Then this part right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And since we have the live stretch on it, it's automatically gonna stretch to the tempo. So since I already knew the tempo of it, I turn on the live stretch. And the live stretching on here is amazing, especially on Beatmaker 3. Beatmaker 3 has one of the best samplers, not just on the iPad, but just all around has one of the best samplers, period. Yeah, this sampler is crazy. So let's go ahead and record that top part in there. Well, actually, no, we're gonna do that lower part first, and then we'll add the top part in there. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so we got those parts in there real quick. Let's go ahead and loop this, and then we're gonna play that back. All right, sounds good. So now let's go ahead and let's go right here to where we can see our pads right here. Let's go and add another track right here. All right, so we're in my drums folder right now. We're gonna go ahead and use my X Factor drum kit. If you guys do not have my X Factor drums, I'm telling you guys, you need to go ahead and get it. These drums sound amazing, okay? So if you wanna get some good quality drums, make sure you guys click that link in the description and get these X Factor drums. I'm telling you, they sound amazing. So let's go ahead and open this up. And I just want to go ahead and get like a clap in here. So we're going to use that one right there. And let's go ahead and add that clap in there. All right, so now that we got that clap in there, let's go ahead and add some hi-hats in here real quick. So let's go ahead and add another track. Let's go ahead and look up some hi-hats I got in here. So I got a hi-hat in here right now. It's this one right here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use this roll function right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that. And then all I have to do is just press those like that. And I can hit these different rolls right here, and it just makes things way easier. So let's go ahead and add that in there. All right, sounds good, sounds good. So now let's go ahead and add some other little percussions or something like that in there. Let's add a hat in here real quick. Let's add that little open hat right here. All right, so we got this open hat right here. Let's add that in there. All right, so we got that in there. Now let's add a few more little percussion things in here real quick. All right, so now that we got that in there, I think we can go ahead and add a bass in here. So let's go ahead and add a bass in here, and let's go to the 808s. I like that one right there. I like that 15. And then the one thing about this is, like, a lot of people talk about Beatmaker 3, and including me, about how thin it sounds. Well, one of the ways you can kind of, get things sounding a little bit thicker in Beatmaker 3 is if you go right here inside of the actual sampler right here. So you press that. What I like to do a lot of times is I like to go right here and I like to turn the saturation up. So I turn the saturation up, and now retains like that energy that bass originally has. So I just kind of turn it up. I kind of turn it up between like 20 and maybe like 40. Nothing too much because it starts adding too many harmonics in there. And the saturated in here is actually really dope. So yeah, so I think we got that sounding pretty dope. Let's go ahead and try to find a nice little bass line for this. So we found something that I like. It's really simple, and we'll go ahead and add this in there real quick. Turn up the saturation on this clap too. So now that we got that in there, let's go ahead and highlight all of this, and then let's go ahead and repeat this, and then we're going to take this top part off. We'll take this off, and then we're actually going to add the higher part, and that's going to be like for the chorus part. So now let's go ahead and duplicate that real quick. And then now we have the hook part right here. And then what I want to do now is, instead of having that 808 bass going through like the whole hook part, I'm going to put like a synth bass in there. And one of the dopest synth basses that is in like anywhere on the market, they actually have one for the iPad, but they actually have it for a desktop version, is we're going to go to this really dope plugin made by Baby Audio. It is called the BA1. This thing is actually really dope, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it has some really dope sounds in here. All right, so this is the BA1 right here. Really dope sounds. Everything sounds really good in here. I think I did a video on this a while back, but it was on the desktop version. But they have some really dope sounds, and this thing is very cheap on here, okay? But the sounds are amazing. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and go to some bass presets and see what they got. I won't do that. I just want to go a little lower. All right, so we got a bass that I like. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this last part of this 808 out, and I'm gonna go right here back to the BA1. And then what I'm gonna do in this 808 as well is I'm gonna put this in a choke group, so that when the other bass comes in, it's going to cancel out the other 808 bass, so it doesn't overlap with each other. So I'm actually gonna put that in the choke group. We're gonna name this choke group 1, okay, for the 808. And then we go back in here for the actual bass. We're gonna go back in here and put this on choke group 1 as well. All right, so now that we got the bass I like, which is this one right here, and we went ahead and put it in natural minor again, so I can just play it with the pads. Let's go ahead and add this in the last part of the hook, so we can have like a, something to kind of distinguish the hook between both parts, rather than having the 808 just all the way through it. So let's go ahead and add that in there. Oh, that sounds good. So let's go ahead and play that whole bass part right now. Let's go ahead and play that out. Oh, that's dope right there. That's dope. So I pretty much got everything I need in here. I just want to make something really quick just to kind of get back on Beatmaker 3, because I haven't really done that many videos on it, even though I still make a lot of beats on Beatmaker 3, and I've had my gripes about it. But yeah, it's always fun making beats on here. So let me go ahead and get all this together, and I'm gonna play it for you in a second.
Bolo, Bolo, Bolo.
All right, so there it is. Boy, I was struggling with that one. Yeah, a lot of breaks in between. I had to blow my nose a few times. It was crazy. But I hope you guys enjoyed the beat. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. And let me know what I could have did or what I should have did or whatever. You know, I like to take feedback. It's all good with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.